Sneakers are dead. The sneaker game's cooked. That's all I ever hear when I scroll on social media nowadays. But today, we're going to talk about the who, what, where, when, and why the sneaker game changed. Stay with me. The days of lining out in long lines with your homies are gone. The cook groups and bots even took a back seat. Hype collabs with our favorite artists lack creativity or maybe execution. And unfortunately, the sneaker industry mirrors the economy. So if people got empty pockets, obviously sneakers are probably not going to be on the top list of their priorities. Nike saturated the market with our favorite shoes, Jordan 1s, Dunks, Air Max, and some of them were actually heaters that could have done numbers in previous years. People like Travis Scott have yet to reach the height that they were at before. But why? Today, we are getting into that. Thank you guys for tapping in. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend. Tap in with me on IG. New teas on the way. Dream Dealer. But we're going to get into the sneaker industry and why it changed. And let me know how you guys feel about this topic. Leave a comment with what your opinion is. But before we get into it, we have to talk about the who. So, who are we even talking about? The who is us. Me, you, our friends, the people we see on Instagram, sneakerheads, people that love footwear, fashion. We're the consumers in the sneaker industry. So, what changed with the buyer? For one, the priorities have seen a roller coaster ride since 2020 where people have had ups and downs of either unemployment money, the COVID money, or the increase of jobs and pay in 2022. And now we're at the top of 2024 and we, people are struggling. So along with priorities, our income, our interests could have changed as well. But who else is involved with the sneaker industry? Obviously, the brands, the companies. The revenue-focused footwear companies have also seen a roller coaster ride market of buyers. In 2021, 2022, sneakers were moving. 2023, heading into 2024, a lot of the sales slowed down. Prices started to dip. Shoes were staying on shelves. But brands had different plans. So disregarding the lack of demand, sneakers continue to release. Brands overstock shelves. And I think their idea was, well, if they're not buying these shoes that we're releasing, we're going to keep flooding out with our plan. They're going to pick one of the shoes to cop, And ultimately, it ruined some of our favorite models. We've seen a lot of Jordan 1s hit under retail for the first time that I could ever remember. And Jordan 1s are supposed to be this iconic, nostalgic model that pretty much any kind of collab or any kind of new colorway, as long as it's done right, we're going to sell out. Not necessarily have crazy resale value, but previous years we see a lot of Jordan 1s go all the way up to $1,000, and even some of the lower end Jordan 1s were probably reselling around $300. 2023, 2024, Jordan 1s were struggling to even sell out. And we've seen pairs hit StockX that were selling below retail. And some of those sneakers were actually good, but just like I said, terrible timing. But now who else? Who else are we talking about? So don't forget about people that actually stimulate the sneaker release. The creators, the artists, people like Kanye, Trav, Virgil, Teddy, the list goes on. We have yet to see an individual rise kind of like Ye, kind of like how Virgil did, kind of like how Trav did. And even Trav collabs. People feel like they're done with the Jordan 1 model. His new trainers, we'll see how those do, and those right now are reselling for around $900 or $1,000. So we'll see where that number goes when they actually release. with the increase of individuals like that, the excitement for collabs when it has an artist or another brand diminishes and fades with every other sneaker release. It feels like every other week there's a new collaboration with either a footwear brand or a clothing brand that really kind of took away the excitement or the special, unique moment that collaborations were. But here are my 3 reasons why the sneaker game has changed. But if you're a real sneakerhead and you have a passion for shoes and footwear, they can't die. But 1, poor product management. Brands thought by releasing more shoes to make up for the lack of sales in previous quarters that people would somehow convince themselves to buy one of the models that released. But the truth is they overstocked the market, more supply, even less demand, even for shoes that, like I said, we thought were heaters. We've seen solid Jordan 1s, solid Dunks, solid Air Maxes stay on shelves. And that doesn't sit right with me. Like those 3 are some of like the most iconic Nike models. And I just really hope moving forward, they hold like, they hold certain models and colorways a little more tightly. But, that's just me being kind of whack. Number 2, sneakers are pop culture now, and it is mainstream. A sneakerhead used to be like some sort of niche category when people were mainly rocking Vans or Chuck Taylors or, the casual sneaker. But with the growth into pop culture, sneakerheads aren't only focused on the kick game now. Like, even you watching, you're probably like more even into the whole fit nowadays. And it's expanding into the whole outfit, expanding the interest from just sneakers into clothing and fashion. And even I find myself a lot of times with a split now between clothes and hats and even my own brand that I started has like really piqued an interest to the sneaker releases that we've seen in the past year just doesn't excite me. So sneakers being mainstream and also just people, the sneakerhead niche category evolving. I think that's a good word to use. Because obviously it's not like super, mainstream. It's not like Taylor Swift's out here rocking Dunks. Actually, I don't know. She might be. Probably. I'm gonna try to look for a Taylor Swift photo and put it right here. But lastly, which I think we all could agree with, we have more options now. It's not only Jordans that are cool. It's not only Yeezys that are cool. It's not only a collaboration that is cool. All kinds of footwear models are cool, and brands. We've seen New Balance take over. I wouldn't say take over, but rise. And now they're throwing punches with brands like Nike and Adidas. Brands like ASIC, brands like Solomon, Timberland, and Boots, Crocs, clogs. They all have arrived in our culture and in our fashion and style. And I do think maybe not necessarily those specific models, but I do think the diversity in our collections are here to stay. Like, I'm rocking clogs and clogs and Crocs and slides have, seen a tick in it. But ultimately, I get the question, are sneakers dead? If you like sneakers, if you wear sneakers daily, what the fuck does that even mean, are sneakers dead? Now, sneakers might not have the resale value that they did. That's a different story. We're talking about making money. Or sneakers might not be selling out how they used to. But nevertheless, if you're a sneakerhead and for me, I'm still always going to gravitate towards a sneaker. Towards an Air Max. Towards a new Jordan 1. Towards a Jordan 4. Towards a New Balance. But I am going to continue to diversify more portfolio. New Timberlands, new clogs, looking at some Asics. So I say to say, we're going to continue to wear what we want. And you're going to continue to see sneakers get released. And life is this, y'all. The economy is this. Life is this. Right now, we're right here. There's going to be a time where we start doing this. And I'm prepared because a lot of these shoes that people have been sleeping on, or some previous old OGs that people want to get their hands on, I got already. So we good. But thank you guys for watching. This is just my reasons, my opinion, how I feel about the sneaker game and the sneaker industry and why I think it changed. Let me know why you think. Obviously, there's a lot more reasons, but let me know what I forgot, or let me know if there's something that you feel like is a bigger impact. But tap in with me on IG. Tap in with my brand, Dreams and Loans. Dream Dealer drop coming very soon. Thank you guys for watching.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
My sunshine is gone with the wind.
It's